All right, these are the notes for Chapter 7, Content Creation and Sharing, Blogging, Streaming Video, Podcasts, and Webinars. Creating a content strategy. Content marketing as a strategy has three major components. First, the creation of the content based upon target audiences and personas. So you know your audience, you know who it is you're trying to reach out to. You create your content, create your message based on the needs of that particular audience. The dissemination of the content through appropriate channels to achieve marketing objectives. Deliver the content in ways that people expect the content to be delivered. Thirdly, the measurement of the success of the content through the analysis of results, paying attention to what the data tell you. One of the advantages of publishing content as a part of an overall social media marketing strategy is that it can achieve a wide variety of marketing goals and objectives. Defining those goals clearly will help develop a content plan that will reach the target audience and deliver the most relevant results. So, the use of creating content as part of the overall plan is one way to be able to expand your reach in terms of getting your message across, appealing to potential customers, and reaching the overall goals that you have, not just in your social media marketing plan, but as a company as a whole. As the channels become more and more complex, it's important to develop a powerful story that can be told across channels. The diagram you see on your screen is in your textbook, and this is kind of a graphical way of taking a look at how to be able to use content in a way to help to build your brand, starting with your company strategy. What is your vision? What is your mission? Going on into your brand story, the narrative that you want to create out there, producing content that is going to help to be able to achieve your brand story and match up with your overall vision and mission. That content being reached out to certain audiences and personas, your target audience, and using the proper communications channels, whatever those channels may be, to help people to know that your content is out there and then direct them to where that content is. Then after you do all of that, you sit back, you watch the measurements, you watch the data come in, you take a look at the feedback, not just in the numbers and the analytics and all that, but also the comments from your users, the comments from the customers that you're trying to reach out to, and use that to be able to help to refine your overall social media marketing strategy. One additional key consideration in developing a content publishing strategy is to overcome the fear of being too specific. With the proliferation of content, the best strategy to building an audience is to be as niche and specific as possible. We see through so many different channels, whether it's broadcast radio, whether it's cable television, the various types of content that's available online, that there is a lot of specialized content that focuses on one specific area, or sometimes even just one specific thing. So there are audiences out there for just about everything. It's up to you to determine who your audience is and how you reach out to them. The future of publishing and content creation lies in serving niche markets on a large scale. In order to build a blog's viewership and influence, the blogger must focus on specialized content that is not easily replicated. Easy for me to say. But the point here is that you need to be able to answer the question, what do you bring to the table that is unique, that no one else is doing? And why should people look at your content, listen to your content, watch your content, as opposed to somebody else's content? What do you bring that nobody else does? The strategy in content marketing is sophisticated and telling. Marketers are nervous about content marketing because the challenge is to produce good content across multiple channels. While we talk about trying to find your audience where they are at, the truth of the matter is many times they are going to be in different places, and it is to your advantage to try to find them wherever they are. Now, this diagram that is showing up here on your screen is the periodic table of content marketing. This is also in your textbook, gives a rather detailed sort of way of taking a look at different aspects of creating content. It can be summarized into 8 different categories, and we're going to take a look at those right now. First off, strategy. A strategy is a key to any social media or content marketing effort. Format. A single piece of content can be deployed across many types, or it can be repurposed in order to fit a particular format. Third, content type. There are different types of content that work well for different businesses. What sort of content do you need that is going to maximize efforts for you and your brand and your organization? Fourth, platform. Distribution platforms can be via means of paid media, earned media, or owned media. Which platform or platforms are you going to use? Fifth, metrics. Metrics help the marketer understand who is reading the content, when they're reading it, the reach of it, and a number of other useful pieces of information. What do the data tell you? Sixth, goals. Content should support the business and brand strategy. Does it fit the mission and vision of your organization? If not, then you need to look at some other kind of content, some other kind of platform, some other means of communication. It must fit the vision and mission, whatever your goals are. Seventh, sharing triggers. Marketers use emotional and other triggers to create responses with the audience. So you want to be able to connect with people on an emotional level, whatever that emotion is that you're trying to evoke. You want to be able to effectively deliver that. Finally, checklist. There should be a checklist ensuring that the content should be optimized for search to support the company's goals and for various other factors as well. Make sure that what you are doing is meeting all of your needs and meeting the needs of the people that you're trying to reach out to. So the first of these types of content that we're going to look at is blogs. What is a blog? A blog is a website that has regular updates, where the most recent updates are displayed first, at least in general default settings. Blogs often allow readers to leave comments and to respond to the particular blog post. So it is a way of doing communication where you get your thoughts out there, and then there's opportunity for the community at large to be able to interact with that content. Now, what distinguishes a blog from other types of social media? Well, there's 5 things that we can take a look at here. First off, blogs are publishable. Posting is free for the most part and can be seen worldwide. We've seen where some people use various social media sites for blogs or in blog-like sort of ways, and that's one way to do it. But the traditional blog, while you can have a paid platform, a lot of services out there are free to use. Blogs are findable. People can find blogs with search engines. They can type a topic in their search bar and be able to see that particular type of content as a result of the search. Blogs are social. Conversations about mutual interest can occur on blogs either through direct comments or by linking to others with related content. It does allow for two-way conversation. Blogs are viral. They can often spread information faster than a news service. So sometimes when someone finds out information, they get it out there quickly. It is picked up, and sometimes it's even picked up by the news agencies, depending on the quality of the blog and the blogger and the credibility of the information. Blogs are syndicatable. Viewers can easily subscribe to a blog using an RSS and be notified about updates in real time. It's another method of mass delivery. We'll talk a little bit more about what RSS means a little bit later on. Finally, blogs are linkable. As blogs can link to each other, each blogger has access to a potentially huge audience. Now, how do you create and promote a blog? Well, setting one up can be very easy. A starter blog can be created on various free sites. There's Blogger, there's WordPress, there's several others that are out there. It's very easy to do as long as you don't mind having whatever you decide to call your blog.wordpress.com or whatever site you choose to use. Very easy to do. Now, a choice that you may want to make instead of using something like a free service like WordPress or Blogger, is to self-host your blog. Now, that has the advantage of being taken a little more seriously because self-hosted blogs require a larger time investment to create and maintain. You can add some customization to the layout of the blog and the way that content's disseminated. So there is an advantage there in addition to being able to use your own specific domain. Promoting a blog. After creating a blog, it is the responsibility of the blogger to promote the blog to the target audience and to gain readership. One way to increase readership for the blog, I should say blog, not blonde. One way to increase readership to the blog is to request an email sign-up. So you can very much get people to subscribe through that method, and it's an effective way to be able to not just get people to subscribe to the blog, but also get information about users and their email addresses. Creating a reputation through blogging. Brutal honesty and invitation to open communication with consumers creates a certain amount of credibility. Again, the World Wide Web and social media in particular like real, honest, authentic conversation. Blogs give an opportunity to do that. We live in a world where anybody and everybody can become a publisher in one way or another. With the tools available on the web, anyone can become a publisher at minimal cost. This radical change poses both challenges and opportunities for the marketing professional. It creates opportunities in that it's very easy to connect with people that write on all sorts of different things from all different walks of life. The challenge is that people write about all sorts of different things from all different sorts of walks of life. It's a blessing and a curse all at the same time. Today, a website can be created in under an hour with no expert coding knowledge. Editing websites has also become much easier through the use of content management systems, or CMS. This allows users with no programming knowledge to easily edit website content. Some of the services that are out there tend to be very user-friendly and interactive. Others allow a certain amount of customization and can allow you to do that through interfaces, or if you want to learn a little bit of coding, you can do that as well. WordPress has been the king out there for a long time, but services like Wix and Squarespace are taking a little more prominence that create more user-friendly experiences for web creators. So no matter which platform you use, it doesn't necessarily take a vast knowledge of coding in order to be able to create a website. The online space has changed from a read web, where people would go to the internet primarily to consume content and information, to a read-write web, where it is possible to create in addition to consuming content. So rather than passively taking in information, users can now both create and interact with the content that they see. Again, it's not just a one-way communication. It's two-way, where the people consuming your content can provide feedback and their own opinions and thoughts on the things that you share online. Content clutter. In addition to creating interesting and relevant content to publish, part of the strategy must include how to build an audience and where to syndicate content online. So you have to know where the audience is and be able to attract that audience in order to build up your audience, and where to syndicate, what platforms you use, what is popular, what's going to get you the most attention. You have to be able to know how to make those things work to your advantage. In addition to leveraging social media to find an audience, consider ways to connect with current customers, direct mail subscribers, email newsletter readers, others with whom to blog content to. So it's not necessarily just searching out the online space, trying to find your potential audience. Sometimes you have to direct them to where you're at through other means. Don't write off those that don't regularly take in content online. If they know that there's something that they're interested in, they may find it attractive to be able to find you where you are online if they know you're out there and have a sense of what it is that you have to offer.